My name is George Brown. I'm running for mayor of Wilkes Barre. Married to my wife, Mary Ann, for 46 years, and we raised 3 children in the city of Wilkes Barre. I was Wilkes Barre city councilman for 4 years, and I retired from a career of 38 years working with large companies in the management role, human resources, and operations management. I also have a bachelor's degree I earned from King's College and a master's degree in organizational management from Metropolitan University. I'm running for mayor because I see the way that the city is being run right now, and I believe that there is a lack of competence and leadership in City Hall at this time. With the background and knowledge and skill that I bring, I believe I'm the best candidate to be the next mayor of City of Wilkes Barre. Absolutely. One of the things that we've done over the last several months is we've done a lot of door-to-door, knocking on doors and asking the residents what their concerns are. And they're very, very similar. Number one is crime. I know the current mayor ran a campaign on law and order, and I and several residents that we've talked to don't believe that there is law and order. Crime is high. Also, blighted properties. We go down to neighborhoods and we knock on doors, and people are so upset with their neighborhoods and the lack of service they're getting from the mayor's office in addressing blighted properties. The neighborhoods are dirty, in their opinion, and that they have to be corrected. And I agree with that, because I've seen it firsthand. Also, I believe that the infrastructure has to have a major renovation. We have streets and potholed, and you have to decide actually what street you want to drive down to, because you know that there are potholes on certain streets and you want to avoid those streets. And that's terrible, because the residents of Wilkes Barre are paying to have that service, and they're not getting that service also. So they're common issues. Also, I'm very upset about the economic conditions in the city of Wilkes Barre. When I was on city council, and I left 2015, we had a bond rating of A-. It's a very good rating that you can borrow money on. In 3 years, the current mayor went from an A- bond rating to filing for Act 47 distressed city status. I'm not a proponent of Act 47 distressed city status. I'm a proponent of bringing back businesses that want to invest in the city and residents that want to come back into our neighborhoods and that want to buy homes or rent homes and bring our community back. So there are common things that I've heard and things that have been issues that I want to correct as the next mayor.
On the infrastructure question, specifically the roads, I think the mayor has made a comment that the funding isn't there to do more than what he's doing now. Where would you find that funding to maybe do more than he's doing now?
The funding may not be there now the way that the city is being run. I want to run the city on fiscal responsibility, and I want to run City Hall that way. And I want to evaluate how the city's run with the budget that he has proposed that we're running with now. First of all, I don't have faith in the numbers that are in this budget. I don't believe some of the numbers are, in my opinion, correct. So what I would do is, first of all, I sit down with the leadership in the city administration and put together what I call a strategic plan. Now, whether you're running a business or you're running a city, you need a strategic plan. And a big part of that strategic plan would be addressing the financial situation in the city. Where do we look for CDBG grants and liquid fuel grants and things like that? Working closely with the OCD director and making sure that they have the appropriate skill and knowledge to apply for the grants. Working with our state senators, D-Chap and Mr. Representative Kaczynski, working with them to try to secure grants. So I know it's a big issue to address, but I'm ready for it. And creating this strategic plan, I believe that we can do more than we're getting done right now.
You talked about competence. Can you point to some issues in the city that you think illustrate a lack of competence in City Hall?
Yes, I can. Let's go back to the hiring of a police chief that wasn't qualified to be police chief. And that was hired by the mayor when he took office. You have to hire people in those senior level positions that are skillful enough to do the job. Mayor George hired Police Chief Wendacki, and obviously after review, it was determined that she did not possess the skills and abilities to run that position. He hired an OCD director that had no prior experience in that field. And because of that, some very important steps were not followed in the Solomon Creek Wall Restoration Plan. So there was a delay because those steps were not followed. You have to appoint people in positions that have the skill and knowledge and ability to do those jobs, not appoint them and then hope they gain that knowledge on the job training. That's not the way the Brown administration is going to run. And I will make sure that those people are qualified to do the job that they're appointed to. My administration is really made up of professional people that know how to do the job, are willing to give their time and effort to do the job properly. Other things as far as I mentioned, as far as competence that you asked me, as I said, I referred to this before, Act 47. Our mayor said he had no choice but to file for Act 47 status. I don't agree with that. Senator Edichak and Mr. Kaczynski lobbied the state for funds, hundreds of thousands of dollars, to help us work towards getting out of the situation we're into, in an economic situation. And even though they received the funds, Mayor George still declared Act 47 status. These are some of the things that I see, but there are also some of the things that I've listened to as we knock on doors and talk to people. It's a lot of commonalities that we hear when we knock on doors and we address people. I have people coming through my campaign office and just stopping and telling me the things that really are bothering them. A lot of them are the same. When I moved into our campaign office, I visited different storefronts in the South Main Street area. And there are a lot of those things that are common also. Crime, the streets, $2 an hour parking meter, people walking the streets asking for money. A lot of the things are common. And I actually had one business owner tell me, Mr. Brown, I'm thinking about possibly moving out of this location because of the things I just mentioned to you. I want to bring businesses into those locations. I want to fill the empty storefronts. I want to bring people in that want to invest their time. But if you're a business owner, you don't want to invest in a city that's distressed city status. You want to bring your business into an economy-based city that's going to provide income for you and your business. So they're the things that I feel lack the competence of the mayor.
Do you think that for a city of this size and population, there's an appropriate number of police officers and firefighters that should be working? If so, could you approximate those numbers? And a second part to that question, do you think that's affordable? And if not, what do you think affordable numbers are right now?
Great question. Let's talk about the police department first. And also I want to expand on the DPW if you don't mind. Police department, Mayor George just hired 7 new police officers. I want to know why they weren't hired before election time. I would sit down with the police chief and his administration, and I want to know exactly what they feel is the appropriate number to provide our residents with a safe environment. I want to bring back something called the neighborhood strike team. The neighborhood strike team was in effect, but Chief Landacki eliminated it. The neighborhood strike team addresses neighborhood issues. If you have problematic neighborhoods, the neighborhood strike team deals with that neighborhood, deals with those issues. And people get to know who these people are and these problematic issues. We don't have that now. We do have the anti-crime unit, which was also eliminated, brought back temporarily, but it's brought back on a temporary basis. So I want to sit down with the police chief and his administration, fully understand not just what they need manpower, but what they need as far as equipment and training.